Okay, again now. I'm going to show because I put out a poll on the previous broadcast, so I'm going to put a poll right now here. I could not just bring it in from the other one, so I would like to put this poll on the screen right now just to let you know, because it's even sad that we could not even discuss the important what happened between Tinubu and in his speech in America, the UN speech and all that. We could not because of this guy. I told you that this guy's spirit is strong. I told you guys, his spirit is so strong. He commands everything. If you go anywhere on social media right now, it's not everybody you can take their life and just get away with it. It's not everybody. Meanwhile, that's a poll right there, because I did ask people a question earlier on. Do you trust Supreme Court to deliver true judgment? 18% say yes, they trust Supreme Court. Why 82% said no, they don't trust Supreme Court. We got 455 votes. Yes, I don't blame the people that doesn't trust Supreme Court. I'm part of the 82%, although I didn't click it. But yes, if I have to add myself to it, I'm part of it. I don't trust them either. So but meanwhile, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us. For those of you that came back with us to join us here, may God bless every one of you. Continue to press on the like button and let's hear from our wonderful family right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tammy. God bless you. Give us a mandate. Please talk to us. Give us a mandate. You are not there now. All right. Let's move on to the next person.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Good evening or good morning to you, the panelists. Greetings to everyone, and then Nigerians all over the world. Greetings and greetings and greetings. Thank you for doing this again. Well, I mean, with all due respect and sympathy for the young man that has gone to the other side, praying for his families that God will grant them the hearts to bear the loss, and then hopefully everything works out and then he gets justice. But I think Madam Rita she asked a very salient question. I think maybe she was probably spying into my thought pattern, and then the simple truth is, if you can tell me who Kibola Ige, then and then if I ask you if those people are behind bars, and then if you tell me they are behind bars, then we can trust that Mohbad can get justice. If you can tell me who killed the people that killed the people that fired Deborah, if you tell me they are behind bars, then I can tell you that Mohbad may get justice. Dr. Chinelo on the train going to the north was spied on the train. If you can tell me the people that fired her, and then if they are behind bars, then I can tell you if Mohbad will get justice or not. Mahmoud Yakub that stole the mandate and then gave it to the drug baron. If you tell me if he's behind bars, then I can tell you if Mohbad will get justice or not. Wike, the minister of FCT, he was the one that actually stole the election in Rivers State. Where if you tell me where Wike is, if he's behind bars or is in Abuja with the drug baron and then all of them, then I can tell you if Mohbad will get justice or not. My brother, it's a very painful thing, very disheartening situation, but all the same, with the system that Nigeria operates today, except this is the hand of God. And we said, oh, this is when things will start getting better because we have a principal in person of Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. And then maybe we can now start looking for justice for Mohbad. But with other I've mentioned, if none of those people get justice, well, I don't know. I'm not God. I will not decide what will happen. But one thing you must understand is that these people actually desecrate the system so that way they can do all of their nonsense and then go away with it. During the election, over 80 people were fired. A 19-year-old boy fired himself in Plateau Jos because of the election. A lady went to the polling to our polling unit to go cast a vote, and then they put something in her face. She still went back even after they rolled oil and said, "No, you know what? I'm going to cast my vote." The people that did that, one of them, I mean, one of the people that incited that violence in Lagos State, called MC Omeana, MC Oluena Omeana. It's still, I mean, the police said it was just a joke. They should not mind MC Omeana. MC Omeana did everything that he did. Omeana means the son of a goat. He did what he wanted to do, and then he's still there in Nigeria. I mean, he will still enter. He himself will still go to Aso Rock very soon when their drug principal, the one that was speaking to empty chairs in UN, when he arrives back, MC Omeana will still go to Aso Rock. My brother and sisters, as much as we want justice for Mohbad, it is only unfortunate that, except divinity, arrest the evil apparition. I don't want to spoil anybody's mind or cast any aspiration here, but that's the way I see it. If Bola Ige did not get justice, my brother and sisters, except the youth in Nigeria want to say, you know what, this one, they either buy the air or they bring the system down. Except that, if the youth will say, we don't care what happened in NSAS, let's magnify this one and then fight for justice, regardless, all the way to Aso Rock and then even to whatever rock they want to bring it down. Except that, my brother, I don't know. I am not God, I will not decide. For the drug baron, Amoda Weda, Aroda, Ogunlere, the father of Remi Okotinumbu, Okoremi, the father of Sheida, went to speak to his, in that hall. No wonder the people that he was taking along, and don't be surprised, he may even pay for that hall. That, oh, let me just use this hall to address these people that followed me to UN. Will pay for the hall. I will address them like as if I'm addressing the world, just to deceive Nigerians. That is the level of evil that you have seen play out in the government today in Nigeria, and that everything is just boiled down on the system. The system, everything is corrupt. No wonder Ningalili Ningalili said they leave the ban on UAE. They leave the ban. They did not lift any ban. Now they said Amoda Aweda Aroda will speak to the world, only to find out that he was speaking to the people that he took to UN. That was good. That was good for the APC. The crumbs eater, the ass lickers, the Alumajiri of Oshogbo, the Hawaku of Lagos. It's all good for them. This is a renewed Shege part 2. Part 5 is coming very soon. Sit tight, all APC. Àti ẹ̀yin ọmọ yín ni ẹjọ́ ṣe, ẹ̀yin jẹ́ kò sásọ, tí ìmọ̀ ń tẹ́ ẹ̀yàn. Ó ń tó bọ̀ abá yín nìyẹn. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ń jẹ ráìsì àti yẹ̀pẹ̀, ẹ̀ tún tó mu gbẹ̀gìrì àti yẹ̀pẹ̀. Don't worry. Ọmọ yín ni ẹjọ́ ṣe. So for me, I don't know what's going to happen. The Supreme Court, I will always say, like Black Panther said, he said he's afraid for Supreme Court. Well, I am not afraid for them. I am only saying that Peter Gregory Obi, my principal, the president of Nigeria, has only put them in a tight corner. Let's see how they're going to come out. I think we have a 51 point that was listed in the appeal to the Supreme Court. Let's see how this whole thing will play out. But my people, then on Bukachua, I think ICPC and then the court in Abuja have said Bukachua should be arrested with immediate alacrity to come and face judgment. Let's see how that will play out. Then if you now go to Kano, Did you guys see what happened in Kano today? The tribunals, they were scared of their life, so they actually went on virtual Zoom to deliver to deliver judgment. Unfortunately, they gave APC won Kano State. So the Kwankwa and so and Kwankware, we see how it become for them. But I don't know. I don't know what the people in Kano State will do if they're going to sit down like that and then allow this to go down. Because from everything said and done, I think NNPC won that election in Kano State. But let's see how it go, how it will go. But the tribunal, I think they were scared of that young man that told them, you either collect money, you collect money, and you give your you give your you give your life, or which one? So the tribunal, they were scared. They had to go deliver judgment virtually. For Ariwola, I don't know. We'll see how the whole thing plays out, but it's very tight for Supreme Court. And I think a well done job for the Chicago court, because now they're saying that CSU have to come and testify under oath. Then we'll now see. That will now make the unveiling. This is what they will now unveil the cloth and then determine if it was a Amoda, Amore, Aweda, Ogunlere, Tinubu, Tifnumbu, Okoremi, the father of Sheyi, if he's a man or a woman. So we'll now know the true owner of that result, and then Nigeria will decide what they want to do. But everything is just it's going on well for Peter Obi, my president, my principal. It's going on well. Let's see how this whole thing will play out. But for Mohbad, very, very unfortunate. For me, when it comes to saying that the parent failed him or people failed him, if you and I were there, would have probably rent our own our voices, or maybe let our voices heard. But we're not there. Then when it comes to the parents, you also cannot tell the relationship that exists between Mohbad, his father, and his mom. That notwithstanding, they should have spoken up. But you can also not tell the kind of relationship that exists between Mohbad, his father, and his mom, and then even the mom and the dad. Do they even have a good relationship? And that's one thing when it comes to raising children and then family living together. Please, as much as it lies in your power, people, try and live well with your wife, with your husband. It is very, very critical, because everything boils down on what the father and the mother, the synergy between the father and the mother. I mean, tongue and teeth fight, but you just have to settle and then move on. That way you can lay good foundation for the children. I think for me, I'll just rest it here. Mohbad, rest in peace. We'll continue to speak up, and then trust God will get justice for you. We're praying that God intervene and then justice be done. That's where I will leave for now, Mr. Elvis. Thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it. Mr. Elvis.
The next person on the line should speak.
I don't know if you're going below, because I'm seeing give us our mandate on the screen. I'm next. Or are we going to the top again, Mr. Black Panther? I don't know. Maybe you should just start. Let me just start anyway. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Margarita, for taking over. God bless you. But please, after you give opportunity for Madam Busy Brains to speak, because she didn't get enough time the other time. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
I was going to say, Oga Elvis, you are Mr. Yakubu today.
I bet me kuna no verse. No, the situation was hit. Me and my director don't start since, but everybody have enough time now to talk. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Lady Busy Brain, my sister. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I pray I wouldn't speak too long. with all these things going on, and the roles of late Mohbad's parents and everything and the system, something came to my mind, because when we go through a situation like this, we also need to reflect on a lot of things that happened in the past in Nigeria. Many of us grew up differently. I'm going to bring the case of Sylvester Oromoni. May he so rest in peace. I don't think his father has buried him yet. I don't think so, because he hasn't gotten justice. But you can see what led to that young man's passing. How he was bullied in school. His sister got to know about it. His sister reported to the teachers and the principal. Everything was reported. Unfortunately, this young man passed. To date, I know that they're still struggling with the court case. It's almost going to a cold case file. It's the same system. Mohbad was speaking up through his songs, even through the videos, with the assault and everything. And then somehow, because we haven't seen any proof that the parents took a giant step as what a parent should do, to show that, what, I tried my best. I reported. I was seeing that I was reporting. I complained to this ballet. I complained to this, the head of the area or the local government chairman or the authority or even the policeman. We haven't seen any proof that these things were done. However, we seem to forget the society that we are in. Thank you very much, Mr. Give us our mandate, because I put it in the private chat about the late Bola Ige. At least in the United States, when JFK was taken down, at least even if they brought somebody who was Lee Harvey Oswald and they claimed that he was the one who did the dirty job, but at least they presented somebody. Even if there's conspiracy theory that, okay, it wasn't the guy, but at least they brought somebody. In Nigeria now, late Bola Ige, hey, hello, till today, in fact, that case is closed. It's closed. It's like it's in the history books right now. Now, going fast forward to Mohbad, there are so many people that are living like Mohbad, that are actually living like him right now as we speak. There are so many.
Madam Rita.
Yes, sir.
Madam Rita, and late Bola Ige's own was during Obasanjo.
Thank you. Yes, I was in Nigeria then. Yes, I remember. Yes.
Madam Rita, let me give you one that happened last year. I think one person was contesting for PDP in Ondo State. He made petition, nothing happened. They fired the man. I saw that video today. They gave us list of people that read petitions to the Nigerian police.
Thank you. So therefore, my case of what Mr. Nanja was talking about and this kind of blame, which is valid to say, the parents didn't play a good role in the guy's life. Now, that aspect was, I think, let us lay it out. This is how I see it, in my opinion. In terms of how this young man was raised, you would say he didn't get a good parental inspiration. He didn't have the opportunity. And there's a lot of people that grew up like that. There's a lot of people that are living like that. Why do we have Agberos? All those boys you see in Lagos, those Agberos and those ones working for MC Oluomo, you think they don't have mother and father? They don't have brother and sister. You think they don't have children? Those boys are holding stick. They're holding all kinds of things. You think they don't have parents? So if one of them now passes on and he's not a musician that is known, okay, are we going to sit here and say, okay, the parents didn't do well? Mohbad was just a light, like he called himself Imole. It was just a light that, the whole world got to see him, the gift that God gave us temporarily for 27 years. He got to see it and he expressed, how he grew up. This one that is singing Lonely at the Top, Money on My Mind, go and interpret it. From the moment I heard that song, I was looking at the young man, said, something's going on here. That will tell you that he's going through a lot of issues, but he needs the money to take care of his parents, to take care of his siblings, and to take care of his personal life. But he's lonely because there's no friend. It is his feelings, which has become a hit that people are dancing to. There's so many other musicians who have expressed, what the pain they are going through. We are not looking at it because we're not seeing any video that they're attacking him or intimidating him. We are not. Perhaps, I pray, none of them will pass on, but I have a feeling something like this will happen again because that's a Nigerian project. When Sylvester Oromoni passed on, what do we have? And El-Rufai said, unfortunately, this is going to happen again. It happened again to that young lady. The school is still open. Why? Because the owners of the school, you see, this is a cartel we're dealing with. Let's just call it the way it is. The owners of these schools are people who are in tandem with the people in authority. So, why has this guy not been held down, this Naira Marley and the other one? Why? Do people say questioning? because there's no seeming evidence that they participated in the crime of this guy. Okay, but all other bullying videos that is all over the world, why haven't they called them? Because people are in government are involved. Yesterday, I was listening to Daddy Shoki was talking yesterday in the program. I don't want to mention the program. He said, you know, after he spoke about this, he said, do you know people were threatening his life, including people in the government? So is it Mohbad's mom now that will complain? That will not say that, oh, this is what's happening, or she didn't come on social media to scream and shout on top of her voice, or is it the father? And then now we are not sitting down here and we're having this opinion that, oh, you know, fine, the parenting, we cannot judge how the mother and father's relationship end. People get married, people separate or divorce and whatever. Nigeria has a very funny patriarchal system that doesn't favor the woman. I'm not being a feminist because I am not a feminist. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. We cannot now blame that pattern, how they raise their children. How, because a lot of people are growing up like that till today. Even in diaspora, some people are growing up, some children are growing up like that. Now, because this guy now passed on now, and we now saw that the child was being bullied, for crying out loud. That video that Mr. Elvis played when he was crying about how his friend betrayed him and they gave him some substance and all that. Mr. Naja Awad asked a question. He said, why wasn't any of his family or parents there? The question you should ask that, where was he arrested by the NDLEA? Perhaps, you know, when this crew, these guys go around together, their parents will follow them everywhere now. So it was from that group or crew or party or array or gathering they were in, that's where the NDLEA took them. So you don't expect the mother to follow him. I mean, he's an adult, for Christ's sake. He's a father. You can say, okay, after that video, what happened? Because definitely he must have gone home and then his parents will have been informed, or they called the parents at that time and say, see what's going on. This is where this guy is. What makes you think that the guy said, don't call my father, don't call my mother? Because you don't know the dynamics of that family. So there's so many web to this issue. It's like a hydra right now about this guy. There's a hydra about his professional life, his personal life, and his marital life, and how he grew up. Is a hydra that is growing more and more and more. There's a lot to this story, and it reflects on our society. The family unit, what Mr. Black Panther is saying, the family unit makes up the society, right? But really, the family unit cannot live in isolation, because even if you have mother, father, and children, you know, growing up in a home, or even a single parent, and they're raising, single parent, not by choice. Let's say one of them passed on, and then the parent is raising that child, or the parents are raising that child to the best of their ability. It gets to a point, they have to go into the world and thrive. Whatever it is that they meet in the world, it is not left for the child to say, hey, mom, dad, I'm going through this, but how was the relationship? Do you have a relationship with your child whereby they can always come to meet you for help? Mohbad, based on what he was saying, how he grew up, he grew up in a poverty-stricken home. It's not as if there was no middle class, you know. And then his mother left for whatever reason, and then his parents were trying to educate him. Now looking at his style of
where mama left go, he no see video. He no see this video. Make I play this video here.
Mr. Elvis, please don't play that video, because
see, can I interject?
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
My heart can't take any video of Mohbad.
I want you to say you keep quiet for this matter.
Okay,
no, hold on, everybody, hold on, please. Everybody, let's see. Hear what they talk for here.
I don't really mean it like that from my mind. You mean it there. So I don't know these people are behaving on me. They have been doing bad things on me. I went mad into it because of this issue. Now they are trying to kill me. Everybody in the whole world, please help me. If I die, oh, Amalia kill me. I beg, if I die like this.
Oh, guys, stop this now. What's wrong with you?
I beg, I never started to talk. No worry. They tell me they go our house. Oh yeah, call your police. I go go anywhere.
He was lying.
Ọlọ́run gbà mí o. Jésù ẹ gbà mí o. Ọlọ́run ẹ gbà mí o. Jésù ẹ gbà mí o. Look at all these people, sha. My God will never fuck me up. Never. I'm in Idado estate. I'm in Idado. I'm in your estate. Don't let anybody near me. Make anybody not near me now. Only policeman.
Oh, guys,
the mama not see this one.
Very good.
I didn't see this.
Very good.
When was this video?
Madam Rita, you don't exhaust the whole time. Let somebody else.
I need to respond to this video. I need to respond.
No, you don't need to respond to the video.
Everybody,
What said you want to see a video?
Wait, Malaika, let me help you out there.
Hold on, don't help anybody out, please. Hold on.
Hold
on now.
Mr. Ebb, is anybody way to the interject? Put on backstage.
Madam Busy, we were asking question, when did that happen? This one happened a couple of weeks before he died. He did this video. This is what I've been arguing since morning, that this video, so it was live, madam. It was live. You are telling me, say, Mama not see this video. So what did you not do as a mother? Okay. People are here saying that the mother could have.
Can I respond? I'm still under my time, right? Is it okay?
Round up, Rita.
Okay, I'm gonna round up. I'm gonna round up based on this last video you played out. I'm gonna look at it. Just look at it on a ratio of, if the mother had gone to the police to complain or social media, what would have happened? Because there are other people that listen to him on social media, nothing happened. Now let's go to his mother now that gave birth to him. If she had gone to social media or she had gone to the police, what would have happened? There's 1% chance, 1%, that this boy won't have been touched, or something would have given way, that many people were like, for the mother to come out, you supposed to leave this boy. On the other hand, on the other ratio, if the mother had come, the so-called powers that be, the entity that is surrounding this Naira music, it's not just Naira, the entity alone will have stopped every attempt that this mother made, and whatever they will have to do is still continuing. So when we start to say, what did the mother do? This is Nigeria. So I'm removing my mind from where I live right now. I'm putting my mind in the mind of, I am living in Nigeria. I am living in Lagos. I am in that kind of situation, and God forbid I won't be in that situation. But looking at that kind of situation, this would possibly have happened. Who is the mother? She's not part of the echelon of society. The mother is not in any other society, or she's not a big woman. So do you really think that
if we're living, Mother Rita, may you hold on now? Hold on, Mother Rita. Hold on. You are telling me that if you were in Nigeria, right, and you saw your child cried like this, that if I die, then because you are scared of one or two person, you will not do anything to protect your child, right?
In fact, that cannot happen to me. But
yes,
in the case of this woman now,
everybody will go religious when you don't come to their case.
What are you talking about? No, this is not a joke. I'm serious. It can't happen to me. I know what I'm saying.
What will you do as a mother?
What will I do? I know what I would do. I know what, and I cannot even say it on social media. I know what I would do, because it will not happen to my child or any of my children.
Saying that is not the mother's fault.
I am reasoning this way because I know who I am. Please, Mr. Black Panther, please, can I speak, please? So I don't want to miss the point.
You've been speaking for long now.
I am reasoning this way because of who I am. I know my rights. I know what to do. I know how to go to the echelons of society. I know what to do with the law. This woman does not have that information. Although that is not an excuse, because when you come to education or exposure, there's a difference. There's a difference. And I'm just trying to be real here. I'm not absolving the mother of she did anything, but let us say things way in Nigerian society. Let us not stop saying it based on because we live in diaspora. That's my point.
Black Panther, sorry to interject.
No, wait first.
No, wait. I just want to make it
of offend everybody now. Wait.
Please.
I want to offend.
If possible, I might even offend you.
No. If anybody offends,
it is the moderator that control the panel.
What are you saying, Garfield? What are you going to say now?
It is the moderator that moderate the panel. If you want to interject, it will give you go ahead, or the person that is speaking that will give you go ahead to speak. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Okay, thank you. All right. Black Panther is normally not your turn yet. It's supposed to be Mother Busy Brain now.
No, you see, I want to correct one issue.
What issue, Joro? I was supposed to talk first.
When we discuss something,
I was supposed to talk first because I started first. During the second time,
I just want to correct issues here. I want to correct you. Naija Watch.
Let her go ahead, please.
Naija Watch, can I correct one issue here? See,
to say something as well.
The thing is common. The thing is common here. Okay, let Shola talk.
See, what I wanted to say was clear some part of what Margarita said. When that guy was arrested, they gave him something to drink. When he came back home, was that video you saw He came back home. Was that second video, this last video we saw, showing him complaining. And then he is not the only one that has dragged that thing.
No, you are wrong. You are wrong, sir. You are wrong 100%. This video that I played, hold on, please. This video I played now happened tele before the hospital video. What are you saying? That
Naija, can I interject, please?
Yes, go ahead.
You see, I just want to state this fact here. When I speak, if anybody wants to judge, no matter how strong that thing is, I will allow the person to interject. But when Madam Rita they speak or Omoe they speak, they will say, no, I want to land. I want to land. See that issue, we should just take off that issue. Any point you want to speak on, you put it on your papers. Naija will always say it. If you have your point in you, you can be able to retrieve it back anytime you want. But to the issue of trying to say one person is trying to change somebody's idea, I don't do that.
All right. Your 1 minute is over. Your 1 minute is over, sir. Thank you. Madam Busy Brain.
Sorry, sir, Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis, sorry, sir.
Yes.
But Black Panther, I don't think we should make issue out of this. These are ladies. Let's allow them to be women for who they are.
No.
No, I disagree. There should be law and order. There should be law and order. Yes. It shouldn't be because there are some, because it looks like some people think they have more privilege on the platform. I was supposed to go first. But that's okay. You guys go
ahead, Madam Victoria. Please go ahead, please.
No, I don't want to go ahead. I'll listen. I don't want to say anything.
Let me address.
Are you sure?
Let me address this, please. Everybody, please.
It's just that, of course, everybody knows there's favoritism of the platform. That's okay.
Madam Victoria, I don't think. Please.
What's happening now?
Now, wow. Hey, God.
Please mute yourself, Madam Busy Brains. Thank you. Madam Victoria, this is not about who came first. I'm calling on the people who came last. Give us a mandate came last. I told him when we started a new broadcast, it's going to be the first that I will call.
Yes.
Madam Busy Brain came last. I told her that when after give us a mandate, supposed to be Madam Busy Brains.
Yes.
Yet, although we've cheated on you by allowing.
Okay, thank you. That's all that is business to me, because Rita shouldn't have spoken yet.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly. That's my point.
Madam Victoria, was because Mr. Naija was after the last speaker spoke, nobody spoke. So
thank you very much. Madam Victoria, you were not there. You were not there when
I was talking. I was
saying hello.
It is my turn. It is my turn.
Please don't bring any bad blood here. There's no favoritism, Madam Victoria. Don't bring that bad blood here. Naija Watch is not like that. Please don't bring that kind of mentality. It's very wrong and it's very unfair for you to say that. Very, very unfair.
Madam Rita, hold on. To be honest with you, if you said it, Madam Victoria, it was not heard. It was Madam Rita's voice that she came up.
Can I say something? Madam Busy Brains, please hold on. Everybody hold on. I heard Madam Rita came in. She actually waited for somebody to start talking. Nobody talked. She came in. She was even asking who's supposed to speak. She called one or two persons. Nobody was responding. She now said, okay, let me just take the floor then.
And even asked, is it okay? Are you okay for me?
Yes, she asked. Then
I was talking. Maybe you guys did not hear.
Nobody. No, you muted yourself.
I said okay. That's fine. But that's okay.
No, but at least it's good we clarify it for you to understand that nobody called Madam Rita to start talking. She called everybody, nobody answered her. She took the floor, and I came in to thank her. Thank you for handling the floor. That's all. We are very fair here, please. Thank you, everybody. Let's say this, Iris. And one thing everybody must understand, on this particular broadcast, this late night broadcast, everybody is allowed to interject. Everybody have that in mind. Nobody should say nobody should interject me. This particular second broadcast, everybody's allowed to interject. So you cannot speak from beginning to the end. Many people now interject you. We don't allow that on this second broadcast. Yes, on our normal broadcast, yes, that is fine. You know, we make sure we follow everything in order. But on this one, people interject. They stop you when you are saying something and come in. You must allow them. Please, let's understand it. Thank you. You know,
Mr. Evans, please, the message I dropped, have you verified it?
The one you dropped before in the previous broadcast.
Yeah.
No, I could not get the entity. Thank you.
Okay.
You know, all right. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's move on now. Madam Busy Brain, you're the one that's supposed to speak now.
Okay. Okay,
Thank
Elvis,
you.
thank you so much for the opportunity.
After you are beg, it should be Madam Victoria, I beg.
The fear of Madam Victoria is the beginning of wisdom.
No, I'm not
it's the beginning of orderliness.
All right, thank you, my people. Go ahead.
You see, to be honest, I didn't even observe protocol the first time I spoke because I just came in gung-ho. So I do apologize.
No, that one is not your fault. I was giving everybody 3 minutes. I was the one handling that. It's not your fault at all. If you notice, you did not got enough time to speak.
I didn't even take a breath. I just felt
exactly.
I didn't talk. Anyway.
Because the table was overheated. I just wanted everybody at least to say something. You know, people that called in were juicy 1 minute and all that. Because you know, myself, Mona, sometimes Mona still not say me myself. Now hot seat me sit down. It's not easy for you.
Yeah? Exactly. I understand. You see,
go drink water. If you hot, drink water.
You see, I want to bring our attention to the fact that it's not just water. He can go and drink something strong. He deserves it.
No, you know the thing something strong. Now water.
That's good. Anyway, so you see, the truth of it is everything that is happening in Nigeria right now, it is divinely orchestrated. That is how I'm going to see it. You see, like I gave my submission yesterday, I was hitting on morality. I was hitting on the fact that we need to push back to the narratives that they are setting for us. And believe it or not, there are narratives, there are powers that be out there that are determined to break the society, to break the system, how the structure of our own society, where we are very family oriented. But when the family is broken, the system takes over and they don't have any pushback. If our young boys are into drugs, are off their face in drugs, and our children, girls, young, are off in drugs in Olosho business, tell me, who is going to come and take the position of authority? Who will be in a place where they would be able to keep check and balances when everybody is corrupt, when everybody have put their hands in the cookie jar? And that is why we are saying no to this thief on the throne that is sitting on a stool that does not belong to him. The reason why we are saying no is because a criminal can only give birth to criminals. A drug baron can only give birth to minion barons. A fraudster can only give birth to a fraudster. It is not a case of him redeeming himself. No, he's not even come to try to say, okay, I am turning a new leaf. Instead, he is putting thieves like him in power, so that the whole system is corrupted. So tell me, how do we go from there? How do we go from there? So that is why when I say I cannot wholly put this, while they have their blame, I will blame myself too, because I'm thinking I should have been more intentional. But I didn't even know the man. I never heard his music, because in every words that all the music I've heard so far is him telling us about his experiences. It's him telling us about the challenges, what is going on. I didn't even see the video that you posted today. But Oga Elvis and everybody listening to me, there are women, we are not all equal. We have 5 fingers and no 5 fingers are equal. While me as a mother will do everything within my power to push her to do what I need to do. But that is because of the level of my own consciousness and my own exposure. Knowing that I could do this, I could do this, I could do that to be able to get my voice heard so that my son can be delivered. Let me bring to that Doyin school, Whitney, the poor girl that passed away, that the school was trying to suppress the matter. The mother was all gung-ho. She went out. But then again, you have to look at it. That is a school that they pay millions of naira to go in. So the mother is already on a level of awareness, on a level of some form of consciousness. With Mohbad's mother, in that abject poverty, she doesn't even have the wherewithal. Her thinking will not be right. That is what poverty does to people. Having the wherewithal is knowing who to call on. It's knowing, what do I do? Who do I go to for advice? It does not appear that they even have that wherewithal, that right thinking. I can't blame them for not having that right thinking. And because what the system tends to do on that level, it breaks any form of humanity in you. That is why the poor people that you see in poorness, it is only few that still retains their credibility and integrity and honesty and maintain a certain moral code that no matter what happens, I will not descend low. When the system have people in place that make sure you deploy yourself, you become deplorable. They make sure that you dig your own, you chop your own, you buy your own pikin so that you can chop. You go and sell pikin. We've seen when people are selling babies, selling their own children for money. What happens? Is it not if the system functions well and makes sure that the structure, you see, then let us revert back to when we were in those days. Let's revert back to the olden days when we had a community, when we had a village head. There is a structure. You know that when you go to that village head, you will get justice. Let's go back to that and take the big government out of the situation. That is the problem. Big government, we should be saying no to that, where everything is centralized. Our police is centralized. So you cannot even, where do you go to for justice, for help, even if she knows? That is why I am applauding Iyabo Ojo, Tonto Dike, that they are going out and lauding this. And it is with that consciousness that I'm hoping that more women who are in Mohbad's, we have a lot of Mohbad's parents out there. A lot of parents who are in the same situation as Mohbad's parents, know that, okay, I can go to Iyabo Ojo for help. She can take my matter. And that is why we need to support those kind of, she says she has what is it? An NGO, is a charity. We need to be supporting those kind of places then. Since the system is failing us, can you imagine on this Mohbad's matter, the state government has to come and tell police is even talking on that stupid Tifnubu TV that the governor has given the go-ahead for them. Can you imagine? Is the police supposed to be in the pocket of the government? Are they not supposed to act independently? That is to tell you that there is no independence in any of these structures. It's all interconnected and going to the top. And that is why we cannot afford to have a thief, a drug baron, a fraudster at the top, because everything rots at the bottom. We can afford to come out and speak like this because we are on a level of different consciousness. If I was in Nigeria, I'm putting myself with this. I've been being honest to myself. How will I react? I will never react the way his mother reacted because of the level, the quality of life that I have had at home, the upbringing I have had, the exposures that I have had, the education I have had. So my reaction to how my child is being treated would be totally different. Even here, when my child faced racism, I carry and go to school. I write to the school. I did police, everything. You understand? So there is a different level of consciousness that allows us, while somebody in the same UK as me will not have that ability, that wherewithal to be able to address it that way. Even in this UK, you will have parents that their children are being dealt with one way or the other and are not able to advocate for their own children because they don't have the wherewithal, the fear, oh, if I do this, the deportation or something. You understand? So it is a case by case. It is not all blanket. We need to judge it case by case. With this case, I'm going to give us some leverage. I'm not. I would cut some slack to say Nigeria did her. The system failed her. The level of poverty. I don't think the woman has gone to school. She has not faced the four walls of the school. And how do you know that the system, she did not do a low show at one point? God, I'm just saying, how do you know that her own moral code is even intact? How do we know? So if somebody's moral code from get-go is faulty, how do you expect the person to act morally right? Because they don't even know any better. And that is because we've allowed the worst of us to be, for their voices to be amplified. And that is why I will always say, thank you, Oga Naija Watch, for a platform like this, that we can come and speak and push back. We are pushing back. We say no to the moral decadence that is taking place in our country, that is making mothers to be soulless, making fathers to be soulless. The system, at the end of the day, they will tell us if we've done wrong. They will send us to prison. Yeah?
Can I interject you?
Yeah.
I think, you know, when I was giving my submission, and then I think, but Rita speak up to that also, relationship between father and mother, and then trickles down to the children. Now, we can say all of this now because of, I mean, this guy is late. May so rest in peace. But the relationship that exists also in the family, you don't know. Then the boy himself, what kind of relationship does he even have with the parent and things like that? So that's why, as parents, we need to play a vital role in the level of our children. Because some children can have more mentors out there, and then their parents are not even their mentors and things like that. So there's a need for a deeper relationship between the parent and the children.
But give us our mandate. You are talking when things are okay for you. It can only happen the way you are talking when things are okay for you.
In school. Yeah.
It can only happen when things are okay for you.
My sister, let me say something. Let me say something. I mean, I was born and raised in Ajegunle. Was my parents was I born with a golden spoon in the mouth or with a silver spoon in the mouth? No. But that relationship is there with my parents. I mean, you can. They're no born monkey. Well, say you just come up for house. You just come up for house. Who born you? And my parents, I wasn't born with silver spoon in the mouth or gold spoon in the mouth.
Give us our mandate. Give us our mandate. That was when there was morality in the system. What I'm talking about right now is that we are breeding. When you look at his parents would be in their
as bad as it is now. All of us are here today because of one man Kopita Obi. That even as bad as the politics is in Nigeria, is still standing tall. So regardless of how bad the situation is in Nigeria today, we still have children as bad as it is that still live in Ajegunle that are still doing well.
Of course,
they cannot just leave home. So
of course.
See,
that is why I said in my previous submission.
Madam can say that. Madam Rita can say what she said because she knows where she came out from. She knows
exactly, and that is why in my previous submission.
Remember the son of who you are. Before your parents can say, remember the son of who you are, it means that they themselves, they are upright as parents. They are upright, they are well-doing.
And that is the nature versus nurture. If your nature and the nurture works positively, you have a positive child. But if one works, the other side doesn't work, then there is a breakdown. You see, that is why, as bad as it is, what has happened right now, it shows us that Nigeria still stands for morality. A majority of Nigerians stand for morality, which is a redeemable factor for me as a Nigerian. You understand? So it is not all blank. That is why I said every case should be case by case. Case by case. Anyway. Okay, Elvis, I yield. Sorry. Hello.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Madam Victoria, are you there?
Yeah, it's a little noisy, so skip me for now, please.
Okay. All right. Then. We'll come back to you. When you are ready, just interject. Thank you. All right. Let's go to Omoye's Corner. Omoye's Corner, thank you very much for your patience. Please talk to us. After Omoye's Corner, Black Panther, I'll come to you. How come Omoye's Corner doesn't look like she's even available anyway? Okay, she's not there. Black Panther.
Go to the next person. It's noisy here. It's noisy here.
It's also noisy with you. Okay, let's work with Mashallah.
Hey, Manja Watch. listen to what everybody said. Eh?
Thank you.
I will use myself as an example. The environment you lived in and the kind of people you went to school with determines how you come about when you grow up. I want to give an example. What happened to me when I was in GSS 3. A friend of mine held a bottle and stabbed my hand on a Friday. I went home and I showed my mommy, I got injured. I can't open my mouth and tell my mother that I know the boy. On Saturday morning, she stitched, because she's a nurse, she stitched my hand. My father did as if he didn't see anything. Monday morning, this man dropped me in front of my school. After assembly, we all entered the class. For them to come and call me, Mashallah, the principal wants to see you. Now, what have I done that the principal wants to see me? Opening the door was my mom and my dad. These people, I saw them that morning. They dropped me at the school. They didn't tell me they're coming to school. And I have to explain what happened on Friday. This is how parenting is. Now, I'm now here, I have a child. My daughter is being bullied in the UK. She's been coming back from school for like 2 weeks. One day, I said, okay, she went to school and we went to pick her. We booked an appointment with the school. Seeing me and the mother gave this girl assurance that she won't be bullied, and he saw the class teacher. Bullying is everywhere in the society, in the university. I was a victim of the same bullying in university. I went to ECPOMA at the time where ECPOMA was ECPOMA. An average student was almost a court boy. How I got through is God's grace. There is bullying everywhere. So it is the background that you grow up from, and knowing what is right and knowing what is wrong. And then the guidance of your parents. This Mohbad didn't have any mother love. I did not know what age the mother left. But the only figure he had was his father at the time. There's a point at when you're growing, you tend to go close to your father. At a point, you grow up again, you tend to go close to your mother. when he was, I believe when he was his music career started, was when he needed his father, because his father too was a musician, sings in the church. So he will surely go close to him to learn more from him. Now is a grown up, he needs more care, he needs a shoulder to cry on, he needs his mother. So he didn't have friends. He didn't have friends, because when you grow up and you have friends and you're growing up and you believe having friends is the best, as I am right now, I cannot pinpoint that this person is my best friend. We are just friends. I cannot assign something to you to do for me as a friend. If this boy had a real friend will step in when the mother is not there, because there is no how your friend has a mother. You will go to your friend's house, you spend time there, you meet his mother. All those things don't happen again, because the way everybody is chasing money in Nigeria, we don't understand how children are being brought up again, because we all want to go to work, make school fees, pay house rent. Now, the long holidays, we all go up, because majority of us on this platform, we are in the same generation. We go on holidays, you go on holiday trip, you go to your grandmother, you learn from grandmother, you go to uncle's place, spend holiday, which now in Nigeria, how many families will say, take your grandchildren to grandmother for holidays, or take a road trip anywhere? The way they are living their life we are living a life in Nigeria now, there is no security. You can't trust your next door neighbor, can't be trusted. It is that bad. The environment you grew up, I grew up with children that we could play from morning till night and will not see our parents. The only thing is 6 o'clock back in the house. Which parents will do that now? If you go to work, you're on holidays, you tell them, instead of being on holidays and learning something creative, you're at least taking them back to the same school they've gotten holiday to do what's in summer class. What are you learning? The parents are not teaching the children anything. And then the ones that don't have opportunity to be on top there, to have, maybe they stay in the environment that is not too good. If you are lucky, your parents grew up in a good, godly family way, you will learn something from other people. You will pick the good ones, you pick the bad ones. But majority of the generations we have in Nigeria now is, I'm telling the truth, they are picking the wrong things. And our leaders are helping them to understand that this thing that is happening is good. Because for somebody to have a certificate that is fake, is now looking as if it's the right thing. We are all playing with it. We are all seeing it now happening. Before you know it, they are already saying the school is scam. It will be very popular very soon. It will be very popular very soon, because the way things are going, parents are not training anybody well. Even the churches are not helping matters. The churches are not helping matters. At my age, when I was 15, Sundays we go to church, learn Bible study. We have programs children go to. There is no Boy Scout again in Nigeria. There is no Girls Guide again. I learned how to cook in Boy Scouts. Ask me, when last did you see Boy Scouts in Nigeria? When last did you see
Mr.
Girls
Moshala.
Guide in Nigeria? I'm hearing you.
Mr. Moshala.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, I mean, wonderful that you are bringing a church in, mosque in, and all of those things. I mean, those are places where morals should be taught. But even today now, do you think we can even get moral again in church? Where people, I mean, Mr. Ebi was saying, we can, but okay, now look at what is happening in society today now. A drug baron is a president, and you are telling us, let's forget the past and move on.
Give us
A drug baron is
let me give you an example now.
I know, I know that things can work out very fine, but I'm just saying that every of the system needs to be overhauled. Everything needs to be overhauled.
Leave the system first. Leave the system. it will start purging yourself. Every time I keep talking about the churches and the mosques, they are our greatest problem. You are on holidays just finished.
So while I
Did
agree,
you
we need
hear
to
any
focus on
church?
ourselves.
Did you hear any
Sorry,
church go on camping? Did you hear any
Mashallah,
church calling for camping? Yeah,
Mashallah.
I'm hearing you.
So while I agree that okay, we need to take our destiny in our hands as individuals, we need to start purging ourselves and go back
Yes,
to the basis of morality. But
yes.
for a people that have gone so far in their immorality, how do we as individuals get ourselves back?
See,
That's
the
my
thing now
question.
is, this our generation has gone far. We are married, we have children. There's a generation, Mohbad's generation. The generation behind Mohbad needs to start nurturing them now. Mohbad's generation now are the ones on the road. Look, if it's a country that is serious, the candle that I saw, see the crowd. If there's work in Nigeria, will you see that crowd? No. Everybody be in one shift somewhere doing something. They will have to even beg you to come outside. But our people, our leaders like it. They enjoy it. That's why they are all keeping quiet. Senators have not said anything since this has happened. None of them have come out to talk. Not to talk about the king or the battles around. Things are bad.
Imagine someone like Wole Soyinka. He enjoyed free chicken when he was in school. Free chicken they put on their food.
Yeah. On their food.
Free chicken and this free education. He got scholarship. He got everything, and they killed everything. And this same man is saying that they still support these evil people. I mean, we know that he was one that brought cultism to Nigeria. Free chicken on Wole Soyinka food. He was the one that would not. He was the one that would go and fight because he didn't get chicken on his food in school. Wole Soyinka.
They didn't. It was even light. They took their light. I think I heard NEPA took their light at the time in university. They went on a rampage in UI, I think. So these things we are saying is our pastors are failing us. If the family group is not good, at least the church environment should be good enough. Children when you go to church in the evening, Nigerians like going to church, and they will go to church on Sundays. They will go there. Children will go to one side. They will go to one side. It's only on Sunday they go. And only that Sunday now is only one girl I don't know from anywhere that is telling them whatever I don't know. And you do not teach them in the house. Those days we used to have all these things. You learn morals, you learn things, you do endurance trek. There used to be what we call Nigerian Military Corps. That was in the secondary school. Nigerian Military Corps. The same military stopped it. All these courts you are saying in secondary school, at that age, children have energy. They want to exercise that energy, curiosity, and everything. Where do you channel it? It is high court. But if you have a paramilitary something group, you put them there, energize them, you burn the energy there. But because there's nowhere to burn the energy, they have chance to come and do courts. That's the reason. So the Nigerian school system is also a problem. The churches is also a problem. Thank you. Watch, take over. Who is next?
Oh, let me speak.
I think for me, Mr. Moshola, well, with all that I gather on your submission, everything is just boils down. Is just take back to the home. Now, the home makes the church. The homes form the nation. So everything still boils down to the fact that every parent must arise and take responsibility on their children.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, you're a bad man.
Can I speak now?
Wait, hold on. You've heard this word.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah. Give us mandate. There's a word says ọmọ tó bá kọ́ nílé ìta ló
ẹ
máa ti
bẹ́ẹ̀
kọ́.
ni
So
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
you teach them outside. So you are learning that thing outside.
Bọ̀ ìta yẹn gan sìn ìta yẹn gan wá dé amọ́ sìn náà ìta yẹn náà sì ṣe bí ibẹ̀ wọ́n ti ń fa gbọ́n ti ń fa gbòòrò.
Bá break
ìta yẹn
níbi
náà
kan
orí ẹ̀ náà ni orí ẹ̀ ni drug baron wà.
Black Panther, wait. So that outside you are saying go and learn. If they don't teach you morals in the house, you learn it from outside. Outside you are going to learn it. The people you are supposed to learn it from are not helping matters. Churches, school. So all this, the school system is also a problem. There is no girls' guide, no Boy Scout, nothing for the children to learn anything. So Black Panther, you can go ahead. I finished.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
thank you, sir.
Sorry, Black Panther, before you step in. So basically, if we cannot get morals in the home, we go to the churches, we go to schools, but this is the system. So that it boils down to a system failure as well. So everybody has failed.
Can I thank you? People have spoken very well. You see, thank you, Mr. Omoshola. God bless you, sir, and every other people have spoken. You see, there comes a time when we were talking about when the election wanted to start. I understood when our principal said one fundamental thing. There's some things that man says that I don't throw away, because all along when I went for some leadership programs while I was in school, I was built along those kind of principles. And those principles, I've exalted those principles, I've dealt with it, I've learned to stick with it. And that has made some kind of, when you go to some kind of atmosphere where people are discussing some kind of things, I used to do what? Listen, then I will not go on the critical issue, the fundamental issue itself. Our PO said one thing, which many still, when we are talking, many throw it aside. He said Nigeria need critical thinkers. We need people that think deeply, not just going around starting from the middle, starting from the end, taking one. When you talk about system, the person that build up the system starts from the home. We are the people that build up the system, and it starts from the home. When we were talking about Nigeria, then when I critically analyze this from what our leaders have been able to talk about the issues, I specifically stood my ground and said the fundamental issue, remember my quote and unquote, the fundamental problem with Nigeria is the constitution. I did not arrive because people are arriving it. I have critically analyzed it, and I've gone to so many countries, how they have done it, and how they've spelled out their heroes and their fathers that created their own nations, which is part of their history. And I related it down to Nigeria, and I see it holistically. For us to move, we need a system. Then I made mention, and I said the system is our constitutions. People here in the parliament, they were saying, no, if you don't get the right people, they can even work with a wrong system. How? I argued that until we went to court. That constitution was laid down to us. And everybody now agree, oh, the constitution is our problem. He said we need critical thinkers. With critical thinkers is not when you just see situation, you just bounce on it. You have to digest it, swallow it, remove the debris, then the one that you can take it, let your body system digest that one, the better one, then bring it out. Purify the purified one, bring it out to people and say, this is it. When I was speaking on this issue, I was thinking the fundamentals of the issue on ground, because this thing had happened before. It keep on happening. But this one, came in a different dimension whereby I said this one particularly, is the home. Naija Watch, I listened to Naija Watch before he came on. I was silent, I was listening to him, trying to understand where it's coming from. I wanted to come with the dimension of the system. I said, no, who brings up the system? Who build a system? Who create a system? It is from the home. If the home, my mom, if the home do not love you, who outside will give you that love? That is very critical to you moving forward. Everybody needs the guardian of his parents to nurture him. Like the Bible said, train up a child in the way of the Lord, and he will not do what? Depart from that path. Because that path which is going is a path that will make him be upright and stand firm for the truth.
Oga Black Panther, can I interject?
Okay.
While I strongly agree with you that they say charity begins at home, that is where that is the first school for the child. And with the ways life has moved, civilization has evolved, we have allowed the family, the individuals within the family, have allowed, given our power to government, for government to direct our affairs. That is where there's a problem. Because as a family now, mother and father have to go out and look for food. And even when they go out to look for food, they cannot even, their struggles is still not able to take them to the end of the month. They cannot even feed themselves. They struggle to pay school fees. They struggle to pay rent. Ideally, traditionally, the father should be home. Should go and search and hunt. The mother should take care of the children, nurture as it should be. But because of the way we have evolved, policies and systems is telling us to go out and be breadwinners as well. That has broken the core of what we know as family, for us to be able to function as family. I strongly agree with your sentiments there.
Madam,
but
you know,
the power has been taken away from the family.
Madam, you know why I am saying this? You see, when matters arises, I used to get off track when matters like this comes up, and people just rub because it concerns whether you're a female, whether you're a male, especially whether you're a female. The Bible says there's no female nor male. We are all equal before God, which we know. But the culture which man created, and the Bible also said one thing. It said one thing, and it maketh a man a crown. The woman wore. I'm paraphrasing. Now, when we are talking on this issue, Mr. Naija would make it fundamental. He based his arguments on the fundamentals, which we don't pick. Many of us did not pick it from that perspective. If he wanted us to go holistically, he would have gone holistically. And people come to say, oh, we cannot tackle this issue without not going holistically. If you continue to go holistically, it comes up again. The same issue comes up again. What we are trying to do is to educate the people. And you made one statement, madam. You said it all. You said when the family is broken, the system takes over. Now, you have defined where I am coming from. You have defined where Oga Naija Watch is coming from. When the home is broken, the system does what? Takes over. Let me explain. When the question was asked, You as a mother, what will you do? I grew up in the house of my grandfather, who is a chief in Oba Palace. This one is not a chief they put on somebody, it's hereditary from father to son. You see, during those days, if you touch any of Chief Peking, he go bring the gods for your front. That is the love he has for the children. If you touch any of our grandmother, grandkids, he go bring the gods to your front. You say you say you're not getting to do. The system was there, but she go bring the gods to your front. That is the love of a mother. And the question was being asked here. People were saying it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. We are not religious people. We are Christ-like. We are active. So when they ask such a question, what will you do? You should be able to lay out what you will do in that situation. That makes you define. That makes everybody clear on your own fact, your point which you are bringing to the front. But when you start coming, say, the system, dodging under the system which you created, it might not be you directly, which man created, and you want to use that as an escape route, you give your own child love. Even if something happened at the end, but you give your child love, the world will see. Even some mothers even come to say that instead my son we go down, take me down. There was some women, many multitude. They will tell you that instead of my son should go down, take me down. I don't see. Wait, let me land. Sorry, you talk. There's no point you now hiding that. Oh, there must be factor that will tell the mother not to talk, and the mother will say not talk. That is an aberration, even against humanity as a whole. What system that you create that will hold a mother when the child is about to go down? It will break every protocol and make sure that that child doesn't go down. That is what I was expecting us to see. Break all those protocols. Damn the system. Break all those protocols. For my child to go down, you will take me down with him. That is what I was expecting from mothers. And not to come here and try to support woman. I hate those things.
I mean, Oga Black Panther, I don't think that is the situation here. You see, it is not everybody's submission. Everybody acknowledges that the mother and the father did wrong.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
Well, from what I heard, their submission is, but there is a problem to the polity. For it, you remember, we can, not every mother, even there are mothers with the education and exposure that will not fight the way. They don't have that that maternal instinct.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I didn't say all.
So we cannot just give that. So that is let's not just blanket and say not everybody will die for you.
You
like
touch
Jesus.
my grandmother, grandchild. She go cry with you for there. Who you be?
Yeah, but there are other women that will just look the other way and agree to collect the money under the table. We've seen women that have pimped their daughters. We've seen fathers that have raped their daughters. So when we are talking about that,
see, that is why. Look, Mrs. Madam Victoria, I love her stand. Your stand too. I love. See the statement you made. I quote your statement. Your statement is fundamentally clear, and you have it from your statement. I know your stand, where you stand.
Yeah.
See, when we come and try to explain something in a family, let's say we want to we are focusing on the family, and all of a sudden we bring the system. Let's focus. Look, in America, they have this family counseling. Even crime, they are now talking about the home. Why? This is a good system. This is a system that say, oh, quote and unquote, perfect. But they are still coming to the home. They're assessing the home, counseling parents.
Who are those coming to America, Black Panther?
Counselors.
Who are the counselors? Is it not the same system that broke the family? Most especially the Black family.
I'm just trying to.
Good parenthood. It's not that
Yes, I'm just trying to tell you about the system
That is what
itself.
I'm trying to tell you now. Can you not see the system broke the family? In America, it is even more pronounced. The system itself broke down the family structure.
That is why I can stand with you on this your statement, and you are standing with me on my ground that it is from the home. The reason why the system took over because the home has been broken down by the system.
What I am agreeing to is that everything, charity begins at home. It should be the home. God instituted
simple as ABC.
The home where fellowship, true fellowship starts. But the devil, which is in the government, breaks it down and puts in pressures that impacts on the core value of what a family should be. And it is for us now as people to wake up and say no to that system. We want our family systems back. We take the powers back from the system and put it back where it needs to be. No to big government. It needs to be nearer home, nearer to us, nearer to the family, so that our values can be promoted. We can go the next level in our existence. Because right now, what it's going on, there is a spiritual connotation to all of this. And that is why I don't want to go in that direction, because it will look as if one is being going with the cuckoos. But what the truth of it is, we need to be very spiritually discerning as well.
Madam, sorry to interject you. If you want to talk, let us say they bring a broader topic. This topic is even confined to one particular family. That is where I'm taking it from. If Mr. Naija will bring a broader topic, we can now fuse in the system, because we are talking generally, but now we are focusing on a particular family, how it came, what was the role of the family, how it came, before we will not get down to the role of the government. Fundamentally, it starts from the home.
How do we get that?
We know how we get there. You know how we get there. What we need to do is like this. When we solve the problem of the home.
How? Who is going to solve the problem of the home?
The home depends on you and I, what we speak out there.
But do we have the power to change what
should happen? It is counseling. It is counseling.
Which counseling?
What you have on ground now, the mom failed the child. The dad failed the child because of their selfish and greed. So, like I told you the other time, I said in the United States here, a lady, the husband and the lady took their one, mother is not up to a year old, took it to daycare. They didn't even do much investigation. You know, all those things that Madam Victoria just said, yeah. They didn't do all. They just took him because everybody want to go, walk. They left the child, and they didn't know that home, the people that owns that home were dealing on drugs. They call it, I've forgotten the drug. So during the course of exchange and moving the drug, the children inhaled those drugs, and two of them died.
Oga Black Panther, if the system allowed for the woman to stay home rather than go out and be a breadwinner, her children will not be in a nursery.
The mother is working. Let me tell you what this is.
That's what I'm saying. She's
the problem.
Working.
The father is working.
That is
the mother is working. If it comes to bound to the home, how the arrangement should be made.
Oga Black Panther, you've got to be realistic. In this day and age, one wage does not. We've become very aspirational. It is down to. That is why the morality comes in. We need to go back to basis. Because at the end of the day, with the way the system is pushing us, is directing us, it is the morals of those whom we've put in power that is directing.
Then how do you balance? I want to ask you a question. How do you women? Because you have to ask yourself questions.
It's not just
wait. I know. I want to tackle one issue, then move to the other men. how do women tackle the issue of balancing it in such a way that they don't do it in such a way that they'll lose focus on the child?
Okay, if we are going to go down that route, Oga, let me explain to you. I have a lot to say in terms of a woman has no business going out. Personally, they will say I am a feminist, but not a feminist. That
is what I am always. I don't like when they say that.
Let me finish. I respect the traditional system. I mean, you know, but the problem is this. If the man, a lot of women I have come in contact with by nature of my job and my network and by virtue of my socialization, I have come into contact with a lot of women who ordinarily would want to stay home, but the man is not pulling his weight. At the end of the day, he's come to tell her what is she bringing what is she bringing on the table. At the end of the day, telling her the bills are outstanding. She has to go out and work, just so that she will try and keep her own nuclear family intact. So the problem now is this. Going back to basis, getting it right at the top. Because the measures, the policies, we cannot divorce where we are right now from the policies that are governing us. In America, where you are, these policies have made it in such a way that
Madam, you are still not answering the question.
What is the question?
You see, look, if we keep on running out of the question itself, we'll keep on having the same problem. We'll come to the same round table and talk. We are losing our kids.
Yeah.
How do the family balance this issue?
Exactly.
So that the kids will be more focused on and we do our own by the wayside.
Exactly. Is to go back to basics, how God intended it to be. Man, take leadership. Be the man. Be the alpha. Be the breadwinner. That way, it will not be difficult for your woman.
You know, that one not go work, for the words all day now.
Sorry?
You not go work,
Why won't it work if we want to go back to the basis?
With what is going on in the world?
What is going on in the... You see that he's saying that women should stay at home and look after children, but she has to go and
work. Stay for our house, look after children.
No, as in with the way the argument is going.
No.
Okay.
We can look. Let me. I wanted you to say something. You see, I'll give you an example now. There's a friend of mine is a doctor. Then the wife is a nurse. The woman told the doctor, that's the husband, that let me stay at home and focus on these kids, you know, all those things. The man told him that if it pleases you, do it. So it came to an extent to where pressure became, you know, bills started coming in. And you know, in America, as you grow up, now so you go to pay tax.
Exactly.
So when the bills don't grow up, when the bills don't go up now, the man got to tell the woman now, say, come, baby, we got to sit down and arrange this thing. Okay, let me do night duty and you do morning duty. Come back to your profession. The woman has said, no, let me do night while you do morning. You know, woman will always have their way. The man said, okay, no problem. The man now arrange with his hospital management, all those things. But he's still on call. Anytime they can call him, you know, he knows how to do that arrangement with. He has a friend. The sister is nearby to call if there's emergency. They'll call that one in. So that is how they sat down and balanced it. They now focus on their kids. So when the woman comes in, the man will give you the brief review of what is going on. They do that maybe once or twice in a week, so that everybody will move on in the same trajectory. That is what I'm expecting. Because in a home, the tide of things coming on, man can always take advantage of any situation. I don't see any clustering. Any say there's no way the man, you must you should be in charge. Both of you should be in charge and make an arrangement. But what we have now, this one does not want to sit down and talk it out. That one does not want to sit down and talk it out. All these things are blown a lot of people's head with the so-called, the what is going on. I want to lead. I want to talk. I want to do this. People are not really settling down to look at the home. The home is very paramount, because the home, if you get it right in every home, the society will be pleasing to stay in.
No,
the society will be, the crime will reduce, and so many things. All this drug, we've not seen anything yet in Nigeria. They say drug, they talk about,
and that is
we've not seen anything yet.
Yes,
by the time we see, we'll start talking about our home. Everybody will talk about our home, we'll talk about system. You start talking about your home.
Listen, and that is because the family is broken. I can see somebody, Samuel Ibokwe, saying that I do not agree with busy brains or whatever, that the traditional system had women staying at home all day. Believe you me, while I hold that, I would want things to go the traditional way. However, remember, it's not just sitting at home that women do. They don't just sit at home. They look after the children. Just look at the virtuous woman. She's a stay-at-home, but she still runs business. She still does things. But at least she's not a slave to an organization. She's not a slave to somebody else's business. She has her own time to herself, to dedicate primarily to her family, and then her little business by the side where she's running things. And it is that lack of freedom that the woman has when she's going out there to work as well. She doesn't have that freedom to leave work and go and attend to family issues, to listen to children, to do things, to take them to activities, to nurture, to train, to do the needful that needs to do. She cannot be hands-on and everly present as it is as expected, because her time is not for her. She is subject to somebody who she is working for. Same thing too with the husband. So without having anybody able to free up their time to give the attention that the home needs, it's going to be chaotic. A lot of us living in the diaspora are even are the ones that are struggling with these dynamics. And like Black Panther, you said, I agree with you that there needs to be a discussion, but that is one family to family. Which family? It has to be from one family to the other. Different people will have different things that works for them. But it has to be agreed within the family that, okay, this is what we need to work. However, the family needs to be priority. Then somebody will have to give in. That particular family had a good system for them. Husband works in the day, wife works at night, or vice versa. And there is always somebody with authority that would guide and nurture the children, that would teach values, which is fantastic. You understand? Now, talking about values, we are in a generation where values do not align before they go into a union or partnership of marriage. And then children are born into such institutions. And then that is where the problem starts, where values differ. And in this system of online social media, where we project what we want people to see, people are fast falling in love on social media. They don't get to know people. They don't align themselves very well. And then they go into a relationship where they are morally totally at odds with each other.
That is where we got it all wrong from the home.
That is so I'm not absolving the home at all. Oh. Don't get me wrong. The family unit has a lot to do. But in a Western world, we can it is cut and it is plain. Hello.
Yeah, I've been talking. I guess you guys are not hearing me.
It's just now that we heard you.
Okay. I just want to say one or two things so I can hang up, okay? Everybody is right. from the different perspective, and home is very complex. What works for A might not work for B. You know, there are some homes that the wife is full housewife because they can financially afford it. There are some homes so it's different dimensions. I don't think there's that is right, that is wrong. But overall, there should be love. And then the Bible says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and they are safe. A home, your family is under normal circumstances where you should run to take refuge. But when the family becomes dysfunctional, it is very, very difficult. And sometimes I say this all the time.
Your network is bad, though. Is there anybody there?
Freud, crumble the family.
I think Victoria's network is bad.
I just
Nana Victoria, your network is cutting.
We can't hear you at all. We can't hear you. Your network is bad.
Okay. Then tomorrow, I will join it tomorrow. Guys, take care. Good night and God bless.
Thank you, madam. Good night. Thank you very much. All right. So back to you people again. I don't know who was talking. I just wanted to come in because of Madam Victoria's network.
So as we were saying, the whole thing that we're saying start from the home. Because as you see, Nigeria have not gotten to the level of Chicago where drugs is everywhere. Because we still have good homes.
About that. Don't be too
sure. Not be too sure. Nigeria have not gotten there. If they got there, it'd be like Mexico. You go to see gangsters this one they go. It will be proliferation of weapons everywhere. So Nigeria has not gotten there. For what not to get there, we still need to go back to the home. Morals, love, most especially love and culture. We have our own culture that deters us from not doing something that is negative, that will bring bad name to that name that we'll be building for decades and centuries. Because we believe in the name, that we have to keep the name of our family. Not to stain that name. We need to keep, that is what we were brought up with. But how many parents are preaching this to their children and sitting them showing love? Because love is what conquers everything. Love is what brings children closer to the parent. When you show love, affection, no matter how poor the parent will be, the child will come to the parent and tell the parent, Daddy, Mommy, this is what's happening. This person is fighting me yesterday, blah, blah, blah. He will tell you, because there is love. Love brings about good cohesion, bond that no man can break. Love is what makes it strong. But how many are even if you are working, you are working mother, working father, you still got to show that love, because the more you go far, when you get close to the children, you have to times 10 that love. If you are giving 10, you have to triple it. But most what is happening now, everybody is doing this. I know I want the system to take care of them. Okay, let's allow the system to take care of them. That is what we're seeing.
No. That is far from my argument.
That is what most parents now, they'll say they don't have a choice.
No.
I heard them say that.
That is the problem.
And I got to walk. I got to walk and feed the family.
We need to take back. That is my argument. We have allowed the government to be involved in our affairs for so long. down to us as family, as a family. We need to take back that power. Government has no business in our affairs. They should just put structures in place and secure us. That is what they need to be doing. But going to government and depending on government is a no-no. Because at the end of the day, that is why we are where we are. They say he who pays the piper dictates the tune. There is nothing you get from government that is free. It is a form of control. When government give you anything, they are going to use it to control you. So it is a no-no. It is that is not what I mean. I think the fight right now is to get back our powers from government. And what is happening is the fact that in Nigeria right now, and like you rightly said earlier, the constitution needs a total overhaul. The constitution is the bane of our problems, because the system that they have put in place is impacting everything, and the constitution is not built in the way that to fight it. And even the little things that are in the constitution that is supposed to at least give us a little bit of breather, those that we have put in power or that have forced themselves in position of power are flouting it. The judiciary has joined them to flout the constitution. So it is back. That is why I agree with Dr. Haruna Goro when he said the judiciary is not the last hope for the poor man. We are our last hope. We take it in our hands. Our destiny, our future is in our hands, not in the hands of the government or in the hands of the judiciary.
Okay, I want to digress a little bit on what Wike is doing now in Rivers State. You see what he's doing? You see what he's doing to the elders that he calls so-called elder, to the chief imam, all of them. They are doing what? Giving them cars. Giving them cars. I have said it time and time again, and I'll still be saying it until every one of us is sink into our system. The politicians in Nigeria, they don't have anything, any clue in their head. They will always repeat what they have done the same day, every day. What is left for us? We need to understand them and know the kind of people we are fighting. Then we prepare a new dimension to tackle them seriously. If they, like what they were saying about, oh, we go out, we do this. Look, these people, they know how to do their thing. But we don't understand the people we are fighting. That is one thing, we don't understand them. Look at Wike now. After he did, maybe he's setting up a kind of style whereby, because after this now, they will use all these gifts. After this, you go to youth leaders. After you lead that, you go to each district zone and start picking out leadership there. Start giving them government largesse. What is that? What is he doing? He will use all those things as leverage against the people who own the sovereignty. Because immediately you take that thing, you have transferred your sovereignty into their hands. That is what we don't understand. Most Nigerians don't understand. Immediately you do that transaction, you have given them power over those of the power to do anything whatsoever with your country. And they are not, you cannot question them. Look at what happened in like when Obi was speaking. He said, you are going to be the leader through me. He is restoring back at the power of the citizen. But you cannot hear such a language from these politicians that are out there giving cars to people. What will it profit a man if he takes that car and lose the whole farming season, what will it profit you? You as a farmer, they give you that car, then they'll say don't go to that farm again. What will it profit you? Will that car feed you? That car will broke down. But the source of your income that will make you who you are, that will buy times 10 of that car, they are taking it from you to make you do what? Lazy. So that they will be able to do what? Control you. Because anything government gives to you is to have control, as Madam just said, to have control over you, taking your sovereignty from you and pocketing it. This is plain. The reason why they are doing all these things, they know. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you that I have not said here before. You see, all these politicians knows that Nigeria does not have constitution. They know. But they are making that belief to every one of us. We have a constitution. You must stand by the constitution. But at the back, they'll say, wait till the word is which constitution? We dictate what is happening in this land. That is what they are doing. They know. Obasanjo knows that he wasn't sworn in with the constitution. He asked them, I want to see the constitution. They say, no, just swear in. We'll bring her for you later. He wasn't. When this constitution was not even prepared, he didn't see it. Because he wants to know the power he has. But the power was not given to him that day. But later, it was given to him. And when he opened it, he now saw something that he had not seen in his life before. And he was making mention that the constitution is the main problem of Nigeria. That if we allow this thing to go on like this, the people will one day take over. And when they take over, they will deal with every one of us. Obasanjo said it. Dino Malai said it. Most politicians are saying it now. That one that said that day that, oh, we are tired of making money, government should block it, is saying it indirectly. They all know that there's no constitution. But they are because Nigeria is so lackadaisical and we are so docile. When they give us anything, we consume. They'll give it to the pastor. Pastor, tell them this. Pastor say, oh, God, now say make it happen today. That is what is happening. If you want to get morality, you think you can get it in any church, go ahead if you get it. When a man of God will speak something that is contrary to your own will of saving your own country from the hands of the wicked, he said, relax, now God will. How do you get true word from that man? How will that man minister the word of God to you next and you believe? And you come here, you say that man is true man of God. Most of us are doing it. Like I said, you cannot defend the word of God because the word of God is that which created you and I. You cannot defend it because you don't know. You don't know. You cannot defend it. So we should also stick to the word of God and build our home with the word of God, with the word of wisdom and knowledge. When we build our home, we mount it up with, because the word of God is love itself. When you carry a broomstick, a single one, you bend it, it will break. But when you carry a bunch of sticks, you bend it, it will not break. I am trying to refer that one to love. You have to increase the love for your children so that they will come forth and tell you whatever. When you increase the love for your children, whatever you give into them, they will take it in because they know who their father is and their mother. That is it. The passion for a mother. Like I told you people, my grandmother cannot see anybody threaten his grandchildren. He go, look.
Can we round up, please?
He will come straight to police station. Straight to that politicians.
Black Panther.
Straight direct, tell them. So thank you for giving all this. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we round up in 10 minutes, please?
Yeah, we're almost running up now. We are done. Thank you for giving all this medium to speak. And I thank God that we are realizing we are forming a line, because whenever you give us a topic, we will know when it is holistical, and we will know when it is direct.
Exactly.
That is where I'm going to. We will know when it's holistical, and we will know when it is direct. So when it is direct, we should stop making it a lab, just making it bogus. We know all these things. We are all in the same pool, but we want to deal with it directly now. What is the cause? That particular one, because everything problem is different from each other. So we want to deal with this one. We don't bring system into it. We are talking about home, love from a mother, from a father. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you, everybody, for your time with us today. It's been a long day. We need to end the broadcast right now. So by God's grace, fingers crossed, we're going to be back again by 6 p.m. Endeavor to join us. And let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Thank you very, very much, everybody that joined us on the panel today. Madam Busy Prince, Madam Ame Bright, Black Panther. Thank you very much, my people. Oga Felix, Madam Rita, Omoye's Corner, Madam Victoria. Thank you, my people. I appreciate you all. And many, many more. Give us a mandate, a mashallah, and many others. Those of you that called in, thank you. And the people that supported us today as well, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Madam Rita, I can see right there on the comment section. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you too. Thank you, Peggy Modi. I can see you right there. Thank you. It's time to round up right now. Yes, Oshena, thank you very much. God bless you all. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you all. So we're going to be coming back. We need to end this show right now. It's been a long day. Let's put some energy together to come back again. My people, understand with us. So I'll see you guys again later on. Bye for now.